So good day everyone, my name is Tim Oluwatola and today we'll be looking into the concept of data science, and in the course of that we'll be using Python as a programming language. So what is okay, Python is a programming language. So today we'll be talking of variables and values, and what is variable, what is value in Python. So variable is what we use to assign our values. In the course of the context of Python, you have what you call variable and what you call value. So if I should say a equal to this, a could be anything. It's just a name that I want to use to be calling my what, to be calling my variable, to be calling my values. So if I should now a boy bear Stephen, that boy, that Stephen is the what, is the variable, is the name. So the boy go itself is the what, is the value. Is the name represents what, represent the value. So a is a what, is a variable, and don't forget a, it could be anything, it could be new, it could be none. So this is what is a variable. So I can now use it to define what, to define my values. So and in defining your what, in defining your variable, anytime you are using, you want to design your variable, you are creating your variable, and you notice that it's giving you a green name like this, then you cannot use this type of what, this type of names, or yes, this type of name for your variable. So because that means anything like this means there's this type of names inside what, inside Python already. So you can now use what, you can do no underscore, which is don't kill, no camel kissing, no so we can say not Python num1, for example, equal to 1. So this is what, this is the variable. So which means in because of my what, in the course of my course, this num represents what, you want. So what factor will be saying is that I'm talking of what, I'm talking of 1, and I can be calling this num anywhere in my line of code. I can be calling it minus. So what, anyway, I'm calling num1, and I'm calling what, I'm calling number 1. Do we get it? So in the course of that, we have what we call data type. What are the data type? So we have string as data type, string. We have list. We have int, integer values. We have tuple, we have dictionary. Those are Python data type. So today we'll be looking into them too. So let me say num1 equal to 23, then name equal to, in this string format, I'm going to use my screen keyboard. So let me say num, then we have what, I will put my string here, string values, so which is this. So string, and I say Oluwatola, then I close the string, don't forget. So then I have something like this, which is a float. I have num, let me say num2 equal to 10.5. If I should do this, let me firstly run my code, and let me do this, print bracket, then let me say print num1 comma num2 comma num3. Then let me close it. So if I should do this, you will see the result. That means I have my what, I will have my name num3, no, I'm sorry, num2. Okay, name here right there, name, let me run. So num3 and num2. So I have my 23 Oluwatola and 10 points. So let's now do something. Let me just copy this and let me paste it here. And let me just put type. Okay. Let me do this. Okay. No, there's no need for that. Let me just do this. Number one, type. Then open bracket. Then what? Close bracket. And let's see. So which means, oh, I'm sorry, taking each individual agreement. But then I don't want for easier. I don't understand them. I just do this. Control C. This. This. So we have our name. We have our what? No, so yeah. So let me run. So do you see now? 23 here is what? Is integer. Oluwatola is what? Is string. And this number 2, which is 10.4, is what? Is float. So in the rest of that in the real sense of it, it means 23 is an integer, pure number without decimal. 100, 1000, 150 without decimal. That is what? Integer in Python. So string is anything text that you are putting in your what? In your code. Then we have our float, which is anything with what? Decimal number. For example, now if I eventually do this, this and this. So let me run. You will see that this will also change what? To string because of what? Because this quotation turned everything to what? To text. And don't forget, Oluwatola is purely a text number, but maybe because of my code and because of my reason of coding, I have to put 10 points point to a test. So this in particular is no longer a string, which means I cannot do any mathematical operation on what? On it. Do we get it? So apart from this, we also have other data types, which are this. We have our list item. So this I have 1, 2, comma here, 2, 3, 4. So I close it. So I have on my just do it that way. Let me do this. 1, 2, 3. Then I have my this. Let me use class on underscore 1 equal to this curly bracket. Let me see. Okay. Full underscore name. So let me see. So long. So let me take this. So I put my comma there now. I put my comma and let me say I have my what? I have my h. So I put my string, I put my colon, I put my h is placed 21. Then let me just close it for now. I close it like this. So I have another one called let me just do this. So I have my what? I have this. I still have my curly bracket. I have 1. I have comma. I have 2. I have 3. I have 2 again. I have 3 again, and then I do what? I close my bracket. So if I should run this and let's not print it out and let's see the results. So how am I printing? I'm printing my LST, comma, CUPL, comma, plus 1, then comma again, set 1. So let's see. So we have our result back. So now let's now do something else. Let's do our print. Let's just copy one of this line of code, come here, we put it here, do this. So we say name. So we have our what? Our LST. Control C. 1, 2. So we have 4. So LST, we have our TUPL. We have our class 1. Then we have our set 1. Then let's see. So what are we having here? We are having number 1. We are having our tuple, which means this particular line of code is a what? Is a list. This one. So anytime, anywhere you are seeing a square bracket opening and closing, that is what? A list. Any item there. And a list is a sequence of an element. So it has elements inside of it. And don't forget, here we put only 1, 2, which is numbers. We have only put numbers here. So it could be mixed. It can have your text, your string, your integer, your float in it. Because it's a string, it takes a lot of what? A lot of data type inside of it. So we have about tuple also. So this one is just comma separated values. So it could be like this, or you can also what? Use normal brackets. So it's still what? It's still a tuple. It's still a tuple. So you could have a bracket like this for it. You can wrap it with a bracket like this, or what? Just leave it with just by what? By just a comma. That is what? Tuple. So class 1 also, we have this one is a dictionary. You will see DICT in full. It means dictionary. So yeah, in dictionary is key value pair, which means you have your key and you have your what? You have your values. So we are here in this dictionary. We have our full name. In the full name, I have my Oluwatola statement. Age, I have my this one, which I can use this to collect a lot of data. For example, now more than this, I can have more than this information. Maybe the class, the address, the email of the parents, and many other information like that. I can put in this one in the dictionary. And don't forget, we use all this sequence: the list, the tuple, the class. The dictionary as our what for data, to collect data also in Python. So we have our set there. Set is also a list of a sequence of an item, but this one only returns what? It's only return the unique values. It doesn't return the repeated values. It's only return the unique values. So by the time we printed it, you see that we only have 1, 2, 3. So and we are done for example 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So which means it's only return the unique values from this was when it's list of our classes. And find dictionary and set with the same what? The same curly brackets. Do we get it now? So I will see you next class.